Well, hello, LinkedIn, X, Twitch, and Facebook, and of course YouTube. My name is Frank Lavinia. You can catch me at Frank Digs Data, um, and the following URLs. I wonder if I should put my GitHub repo in there as well. Although I don't have anything interesting in there that's open right now. The only thing I've really been working on consistently in my GitHub repo has been Dingo, and I'm not fully decided if I'm going to open source Dingo. Dingo is a content management system that I wrote originally for Frank's World, and basically has the ability to pull down metadata from YouTube and start with a framework of a blog post. There's a fork of it that I have running on my Mac that uses Fabric that will actually seed based on the metadata and an agent that I trained to mimic my writing style just based on a number of sources that it had. And yeah, that's so I might open source it. I haven't really come to a final conclusion yet. But if I'm not as animated as usual, a plague has struck my house. 3 out of 3 kids are sick. 2 out of 3 kids are home today sick. The youngest, who got sick first, he's back. He bounced back pretty quick. It's the oldest and the middle that are currently home, and those are the ones that are I wouldn't say harder to deal with when they're sick, because when the baby's sick, he's quite crabby. But it's a different game. A wise man I used to work with it at Microsoft named Dr. C. Shout out Dr. C if you're out there. He actually works at IBM now, if memory serves. I should get on our joint Slack thing and reach out to him. He said, parenting is always a tough game. It's just the game, the rules, he phrased it really well, but the difficulties change, but the game is the same, something like that. He's a far wiser man than I. But a couple of things I want to talk about, namely the title I gave to this live stream, and let me know in the comments what you think. This really struck me. It was I'm coming off a cold myself. I had one of those fever pitch type dreams and nights. Last night, literally, I pick up my middle child, who's like 9, and pick him up from school, take him to urgent care, and as I'm driving home, I'm feeling myself get sick. And big shout out to Candace, my co-author, and sister from another mister. We'll talk about Candace. This is the book we co-wrote. You can check it out there. But I was talking to her. She could tell, like, somewhere about midway through the drive, like, my coherence went away. And I just had these crazy fever dreams. And it's been an interesting cold and flu season already, and it's middle of September. For those of you who don't know, I actually was at the World Trade Center on 9/11. I was actually late for work, so that was also, I thought, I'm just being crabby because of that, and I realized, like, no, there's an actual biological component to this too. But on to today's topic. This struck me as odd. Have you? And I don't want to pick on OpenAI, right? And even if I do pick on OpenAI, I'm sure Sam Altman is crying in his champagne on his private boat on the way to his private yacht. No disrespect to Sam Altman or anyone at OpenAI. They're very smart people, and they do deserve all the success that they get. But their valuation is $150 billion. I'm not a lawyer, and most of the lawyers I've interacted with over the last 2 years have been family law and real estate and trust law lawyers. And those are the ones that have not to do with business law or anything like that. Just making sure because I have a meeting coming up. Let's see. I have 2 Slack messages from this guy. So, it just strikes me as odd that a nonprofit would be worth $150 billion and getting an evaluation. Now, I'm sure they have certainly enough money to hire the best lawyers in the world to make this legal, but something about this just, I can't put my finger on it. It just doesn't sit right, right? If they're a for-profit company, fine. Change to a for-profit company, right? Change it. But I would say 2 things here. I think one, $150 billion. When this thing goes public, again, I'm not really sure what the mechanics of that would look like, how a nonprofit organization would go public. Again, not a corporate lawyer. But hey, if you're a corporate lawyer and you want to talk about this intelligently, I certainly have questions, and I know my viewers do too. I look at this though, and I know this looks like a lot of money, and last time I checked, $150 billion was a lot of money, but the R&D costs here are high, as M. Filbert pointed out. But I just have serious questions about now, maybe let me know in the comments. Right? Did they change from a nonprofit to a for-profit company? Did they spin off another company? And I know that's all these things are possible, but OpenAI was meant to be an open and transparent way. That's what it was originally built for. Obviously, they changed the mission, but have they changed the legal structure behind it too? I have no problem with them making money. Just don't make money and call yourself a nonprofit. You know what I mean? That doesn't seem very above board to me. I'm sure it's probably legal, depending on how it's done. But the fact that its valuation is at $150 billion. Do nonprofits get valuations? Again, this is just a fascinating type of space here. So as for me, I don't know how long I'll make the stream because I have one of those fever dreams, existential crises. I felt like I was in a Hunter Thompson novel. Very bizarre. I'm actually very happy that I seem to be over it mostly. I also sprained my ankle. Normally I like to stream on 9/11 to point out that, I'm very happy to survive and things like that. But yesterday it was just not going to happen. I am happy to survive. I think of the victims' families. My life had radically changed that day. And if I weren't late for work, I don't know what would have happened to me. And, I look at my kids, I look at my wife, I look at my kids, none of them, I would never have met any of them. And it's maybe that was fire to the fuel of the fever, who knows? But I just seems like, did they change? Let me know in the comments. I haven't followed up on this. I just know OpenAI is kind of a big deal. It just blows my mind that this can do that. Now, I guess if you're valued at $150 billion, you can hire the best lawyers in the world, hire the best lobbyists, so you can either make it legal or make it legal. But on the next thing I'd like to talk about, and for those who are longtime viewers, and I see I have quite a number of new viewers today, thank you and welcome to franksworld.tv. Some really good deals here in Humble Bundle. Humble Bundle is a site where you basically get ebooks for a fraction of the cost, right? So for this example, you get about $781 of books for $45, right? And what they do is that they split the profit with a particular charity, right? So in this case, the Electronic Frontier Foundation. Lots of interesting books here. I think I already bought this some time ago, a lot of these books. Really good stuff. And now Humble Bundle, if you look at it, it looks primarily, the site was really built for games around the Steam ecosystem. But they also have software. They also have games, but they also have software here to help you learn game art in Blender, data management courses, There's also software, game creator bundle, sound effects, a treasure trove of RPG art. My teenager, I can't believe I have a teenager. He is really into Blender. I bought him a couple of these, and he's on the computer anyway, and he is a talented artist. I think, obviously, all parents talk up their kids, but I got him into Blender, and like the stuff he's making in Blender, I got him a couple of these courses, and he's really good at it. And $25, I'll probably get him this, right? Because my selfish plan is creating more content and things like that. And I've always wanted to learn Blender. I kind of know enough to be dangerous, literally dangerous, but he really took an interest in it. So he's produced some interesting stuff. Mostly what he'll do is he'll produce like a world, not Minecraft. What's the other one the kids play? Roblox. And I've seen what he's building there, and I'm suitably impressed. Obviously, I'm a doting dad, but I am impressed. I got my start in computers when I was, I guess, 12, a little younger than him, when we got a Commodore 64. And I will wax poetic about the Commodore 64 at a future date. Today, I am still mostly recovering from my fever dream and trying to catch up on work. Speaking of work, we're doing some amazing things in open source with AI at Red Hat. Hope to have more soon. In fact, there's actually these, they're called Summit Connects. So there's a big annual event at Red Hat is Summit Connect. Whenever I type in a live search, I don't have it on. Probably just as well. These are events that basically the Red Hat Summit is this big event. It's usually either in Boston, Colorado, or California, I believe, or Chicago. Big event. It's like if you're familiar with the Microsoft ecosystem, it's like Ignite and Build kind of put into one. So wherever you are in the world, I'll click on North America because I believe today. No, that's West. I want to go to East. Today, New York and DC are getting it. Falls Church, for those who don't know, is a suburb of DC. I originally was planning to go to at least, I'm not speaking at that one. I'm speaking in Philly on October 3rd, leading a lab and doing a talk on the importance of open source and AI. So definitely check it out if you're going to be in the Philly area. Just check out where they are near you. I wanted to stop by the Falls Church one and kind of check in and make sure everything runs well, but with nobody wants me around as I don't want to be a typhoid Frankie or typhoid Mary. And for those of you who don't get the reference, there was a lady who was accused of spreading typhoid, I think in the 1800s, and they called her Typhoid Mary. Anyway. I should probably double down on some more hydration and anti-fever pills, some ibuprofen. But I want to thank you for watching. If you're new to Frank's World TV, please click wherever you are, add a comment. Let me know what you'd like me to cover. But definitely check this out. This is just the East section. I see someone commented. Those are all East Coast. That's so West Coast, Bellevue is going to happen shortly. Sacramento. I haven't been to Sacramento in a long time. That's a cool town. And Central. Oh, I will be at the Dallas one, and the St. Louis one's up in the air. Not sure yet. So wherever you are in the world, just think that it's not just North America. It's also event locations. It's all over the world, these Summit Connects. And yeah, Europe, Asia. So definitely check it out. Wherever you are on this spinning planet of ours, you can definitely check it out. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. And thank you for a couple people scanned the QR code for the book. Definitely check it out. It's at the lowest price it's ever been. We also have a course, and I have to hop for a meeting, literally hop, because on top of the sickness, I also sprained my ankle. I actually sprained my ankle a while ago, but I re-injured it. So I literally am hopping from place to place. So it's been an eventful couple of days here in Frank's World. But with that in mind, thank you for tuning in. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like me to talk about. I will be talking more about InstructLab very soon, and some of the exciting things we're doing here at Red Hat in terms of artificial intelligence. But in the meantime, I have to catch up on stuff that I missed yesterday. And with that, I will figure out how to end the stream. You have a good one.